and once you're up to scratch, you can be the trainers, and we do it all under our umbrella. So we were fucking disgusted by this, right?
Yeah.
That someone had opened up a school before us, because we were putting shows on before, like proper shows on. There was like the fake Kane and fake Undertaker shows, but there was no real proper wrestling shows before us, really. There might have been one or two, but not a lot.
Where were you putting the shows on?
The National Basketball Arena. We ran 3 out there. I don't fucking even remember where else we done them.
Crazy.
They were big shows, like, and we had a bunch of people, like Tatanka. We had to go drinking with Tatanka. That was fun. Jake the Snake. We used to try at every show. We try and bring over one of the old WWF legends.
Who was the guy that came in here? Not Sabo.
Sabu.
Sabu came in
he
here
got kicked out
in a Liverpool hat.
Liverpool hat, yeah. And
I am a massive Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
So to see pictures of him drinking in here, clearly hammered
off his nut on MDMA, in shite,
wearing with an old old Reebok Liverpool hat.
every photo you see of Sabu in here, he's just grumpy and like half dead, which is what he is anyway. But wrestling is a culture into itself. It
really is. It's an absolute phenomenon.
But it's a
self-made one in America and everywhere. Actually, that it's done. It's a little culture in itself. I wouldn't say counterculture. That's a bit silly, but it's a phenomenal, and it's completely different to actual wrestling.
Oh yeah, it's different. Real
wrestling.
Yeah,
it's completely different to wrestling.
Real wrestling's not that interesting.
And it's sports entertainment now, which is what it is. But listen, that's our bit. Like maybe someday we will do an entire one themed on wrestling.
Wrestling themes,
because I would actually be into it. And Jim Johnson's going to be basically 90% of it.
Of them, yeah.
But who is your next one of TV themes? Your last one of TV
My
themes?
last TV song is probably it's not the most famous one, but it's definitely the one that everybody knows the words to, and it's The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's one of the only songs.
It's
in
a
this
song
playlist. Yeah.
Now,
actually, we saved the 2 songs for last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll say about this. So this is the theme song from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The song is actually called Yo Home to Bel-Air. Is the name of the song officially. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This song was written by Quincy Jones.
Fuck off.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And Quincy Jones was an executive producer on the show for its entirety as well.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Quincy Jones was the producer of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the TV show. He also wrote this song. The song was obviously performed by the Fresh Prince, as he was known at the time, Will Smith. And it was produced by Jazzy Jeff, because they were a combo.
They were the combo, yeah.
So it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Did they have a little song before this? Or
Summertime.
Summertime was the song,
the big ones. And Boom Boom Shake the Room came out after, I think.
Yeah.
Which is a savage song.
Don't
care.
That is a Stone Cold killer.
Boom Boom Shake the Room is a monster. Monster of a fucking
You play
song.
that in any... Now, I know that if you're from Dublin, the Workman's Club will be draining that for all of its mother's milk out of it for an ironic song. But for me, it's not ironic at all. It's a fantastic...
Just a murderous kind of shitty 90s hip-hop song.
Yeah.
So it was originally called Yo Home to Bel-Air. This is the song that everybody just... Everyone knows the words to it. Even if you fumble, you'll remember that you fumbled, and you can jump back into it.
I agree, but would you agree that when you play the full-length one in the club, the second or third verse, people start really...
they lose it.
Where am I in the song?
Yeah.
And then I went down to here, and I was like, over here. Oh, that wasn't in the intro.
Exactly.
What's this bit?
They can't give a fucking 5-minute intro. Lads.
Of course they can't. Of course they can't. But it's so funny. You have to cut it off where they cut off in their nostalgia.
I said, Yo Home to Bel-Air.
Cut it.
See you later.
Start into
out of the cab.
Play
Done.
Usher or 50 Cent after that. But
Exactly.
do not. Because if you continue to... Then I went down to my own Mars place. Oh, don't do that. I don't even know myself what the next bit is, but I know it loses the crowd.
It's gone.
Cut it off. Yeah, absolutely.
I think there might be a couple of versions of the song doing the rounds as well. One that's a little bit faster and one that's a little bit slower. I think. I'm not entirely sure. This was put on an album by Jazzy. Here's what's mad. Jazzy Jeff was way more famous than Will Smith. Way more famous. Like, he was fucking famous, like, as a turntablist and a mixer and a fucking producer. He was fucking...
The little cap on the shades.
The little shade. That fucker was proper famous.
He's brilliant as well.
He's fucking great, right? He's so good they put him in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's great in the show as well. He's super because he can't act.
He doesn't need to. It's brilliant.
Says the same thing.
He's got these one little creepy one like it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Why don't me and you go and get some burgers on Saturday? Uncle Phil fucks him out of the house. That's it. Every single episode. Off he goes out the fucking door.
And he gets fucking actors credits. Brilliant.
Of course he does. And royalties out the hole. Like this is the show they've been talking about, not necessarily rebooting it. They've been talking about doing a new series of the show for fucking years. But then Uncle Phil died a while ago and they said, we're not doing it.
Hang on. Do you mean like a recap with Will Smith and all them?
With all them,
Because the first thing I thought was everyone shouting, put Idris Elba in.
Yeah.
No,
give him a break. Give Idris Elba a fucking break.
You know what? Give Idris Elba a break for people who put him forward for things he's clearly far too old for now. Now, yes, James Bond, about 10 years ago. Yeah. Not now.
He's 50 now or something.
Not now.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Like,
put him in
the last action movie he was in, he was fucking dead in the Avengers. Do you know what I mean? Lying at the bottom of the ship after getting smashed. That's him done now. Let him do romantic comedies.
Oh my God, we're going to reboot Annie. Put Idris Elba in as Annie. What? Stop mentioning Idris for everything.
Everything. You know he'd be great in that. No.
Well, if you're not putting him in as James Bond, at least put Idris in as Moneypenny. No,
just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him pick his own. He's DJing up the right.
Do you know what Idris Elba is? It's people having a bit of guilt.
Of course it is.
It's a bit of white guilt.
It's white guilt.
Oh my God, put him in. Put Idris Elba in. No, he is consistently voted as sexiest man of the year.
He's super.
The dude is fucking amazing actor. Yeah. His voice is like caramel, and he is a fantastic actor. And he looks brilliant in everything he does, except for those stupid ads he started doing for Sky. Stop that.
Don't say, put the football on.
It just became a really weird phenomenon where they started to recast famous characters. And they wanted to diversify is a very good way to put it. But people started putting his name forward for stuff that
to annoy people.
Just to annoy people. Yeah. And it became annoying.
Yeah. 2020, we're remaking Popeye. Fucking Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, man. Oh, you put Idris Elba in, man. Yeah. His agent was probably like, sorry, I know what I'm doing. I'm good.
There's a reason he's mad famous.
I started him as an English actor in a fucking Baltimore fucking in the war, Stringer Bell as a guy who he nailed the character. Yeah. I had no idea he was English.
I didn't know he was English.
Nobody knew
until Luther.
Yeah,
until Luther.
I was like, God, his English accent is
so good.
Yeah, until the fourth season.
I haven't watched fourth season.
Tacked on, not great. But there is I had to touch on this word, and it's really weird for me to say this as fucking touching middle-aged white guy. Stop putting Idris Elba forward for everything he's not the right character for.
No, he can't. Nobody can be right.
It's okay for him to do legacy white characters, but don't put him forward for some of the stuff you're putting him forward for. Yes, James Bond was a perfect example to start, and I enjoyed how much it annoyed people. But it was, like you said, it was to annoy Daily Mail readers.
But also, you know what? Just leave James Bond alone. Like,
yeah, whatever.
Who cares?
You know what? I never really cared about James Bond. I talked about it,
but just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
Whatever. Yeah.
Just hire another fucking English cunt, fucking white lads to be the next James Bond, and just let them make a load of money and
get Emma Watson to play James Bond. I don't care. Like, whatever.
Who cares? But anyway, listen, that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I wrote down what the name of the fucking album was. I can't remember what album this was put on.
A quick funny story about that is,
do
you remember TV3 had a Mystic on their late night channels?
Yep.
And a friend of mine, Leon, rang in.
I heard this.
Rang in.
Yeah.
And I recorded it and I put it up and it went viral.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really talk on the podcast about how viral some of my stuff has gone under anonymous names, because most of my stuff I do, honestly, band wise, I'm in bands that play decent enough gigs anonymously, and I do, but I have anonymous pages that I think the furthest I ever reached was 500,000 people with one post. And to me that is a huge deal, and I'll never tell people who it was because it's sort of an Irish thing. But I remember the first time I ever went viral was through Leon's call into Mystic Barry, I think his name was, and it was cancelled soon enough because it was a lecherous, disgusting thing that people ring up to talk to their dead families about. I can't tell you how much I hate that shit. And Leon is the same, and Leon rang up about this and he went, Mystic Wayne, whatever his name was, Wayne goes, I want to talk to some of my friends from the past. I think some of them might be dead now. I'm from Cabra now, but I grew up in Philadelphia. And he recited the whole Fresh Prince thing, but he actually nailed it. He kept enough details away He kept enough details away from Mystic Wayne, who is just a fucking hack.
Yeah.
Of it. Looks like he drinks in Wetherspoons, plays the odd bit of darts.
Yeah.
Stinky tan.
Yeah.
There, said it. Yeah. No care. And Leon nailed this fucking whole thing, and by the end of it, yeah, he's even mentioned terms like "my mom got scared." Mentioned the whole thing about, even mentioned Philadelphia for fuck's sake, and the whole thing. And the greatest thing about that show, which was cancelled because it was a lecherous parasite of a human being, making money off people's fucking grief. The best thing about that show was the prank calls, and there was so many prank calls about Ireland winning the World Cup and incredible stuff. But Leon's one, I put that up on YouTube, and it instantly went up within a week to 150,000 views.
Incredible.
Which is the most I'll ever get. Like, I'm in bands years, and I'll never get anything near that.
No.
I'll never get anything near that. No. But whenever I think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think of that incredible time where Leon rang in and absolutely fucking nailed.
What's interesting is that if you go onto the Wikipedia page for the song, they list off a load of the times it's being spoofed on television and on radio.
Oh yeah, like we weren't doing it.
No. But it's funny you mentioned that, because apparently there's a very, very famous one where C-SPAN, the news network, like big proper serious fucking news network, were doing this like open forum about nuclear weapons in Iran. And someone rang in, and they were proper holding up the conversation about fucking nukes in Iran, and how, the demilitarized zone, and how to be, where the threat of nuclear and chemical weapons in Iran. And they're talking about, like, the peace talks between the US and Iran and how we're going to do it. But apparently, like, in the middle of the conversation, while it's being hosted, your man just says, listen, at some point during the conversation, between Iran and America, and while they're trying to figure out what to do, a couple of guys who were up to no good just started making trouble in my neighbourhood. And he just went off on it. And everybody on the fucking TV show, they were like nodding along.
That's the thing. If you're not expecting it,
and it took them until he got to the end where he said, "You're moving with your auntie and your uncle to Bel-Air." That's when they copped. It was like, okay, we have to cut short there.
Yeah, you know what? I think at the end of the thing we were doing, he's got an in-ear piece. So one of those producers going, "You are being made, you're being fucking made a mug.
Yeah,
he's making a fucking mug of you, mate. We're gonna give you so much sit down and Witherspoons when we're drinking a fucking Fuller's London Pride." Sorry, but I just
it's fucking brilliant. It's been like that song's been done by Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street. It's been done in everything.
And Will Smith is a great actor.
Logic, the rapper, does a weird version of
really?
it as well. Yeah, he does.
Holy shit!
It's called "Don't Be Afraid to Be Yourself" or something like that. Because it's Logic, and all has to be very.
Yeah.
You are beautiful no matter what they say, type of thing. But anyway, that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Who's your last one?
My last one is the only cartoon one we have.
Okay.
The 80s cartoon one. And it is the team from the 80s cartoon Raccoons, which is very far from my favourite 80s cartoon.
I'm trying to remember if I remember this.
Just quickly, while I'm talking here, look up the Raccoons 80s cartoon.
You talk
and
about it
instantly...
If I can see the intro...
Instantly, just look at the main characters.
Yeah.
So, the team is Run With Us.
Okay.
And it's sang by... it's sang by...
Oh
Jesus
yeah, I know this. I know this.
Lisa Lockheed.
Yeah.
This is one of my favourite, not just theme songs. I love every bit of this song.
Okay.
It's structurally brilliant, and I don't think it makes much sense to the show. So it's clearly like, are you playing it now in your ear? But just look at the pictures, though.
Yeah.
You know the show.
I know the show.
The Raccoons was fine. It was a fine, like, friendly kids cartoon.
Yeah.
They're the Raccoons, and they all wear little varsity tops and stuff, and they're in the three Squidward noses on them.
Yeah.
Squidward robbed their nose, by the way. SpongeBob Squidward stole their.
Okay, right.
Their
I know exactly what's going on.
This is a phenomenal song. One thing I'll say is I couldn't find any other version on Spotify except a cover.
Or something. Yeah.
So, but what I will say, the reason I put it in is because the cover is fantastically. I'll say respectful of the original. It's a brilliant cover by an English band called Glitter Wolf from Kent.
Okay.
But it's so close to Lisa Lockheed's version. Is it Lockheed or Lockseed? I don't know. So the theme was written by the guy who invented the show.
Okay.
Kevin Gillis, John Stroll and Steve Lunt. And every time I hear this song, I don't think of the Raccoons.
Right.
That's how good this fucking song is. The
Yeah.
Raccoons is a Canadian show, actually, not even an American
Yeah,
show.
a lot of them were. Yeah.
Canadian, like, I think D'Artagnan now was Canadian,
it was
Canadian, French, Canadian.
French, Canadian, yeah.
Um,
Because